Whatever. Hi,
Hey,
guys.
y'all.
We're just having a little problem with the
Oh,
camera, the machine, making sure that we're level.
It's all good.
We're doing fine.
We're fine.
That's right.
All right. So, welcome back to Knitting in Our
Yes.
Jeans. If you're new, welcome to...
A lot. Thank you for coming.
Words are hard, apparently, today.
Apparently.
I'm Liz.
I'm Carolyn.
And on Instagram and Ravelry, I'm Toolizzforyou, Toolizzforyou.
And I'm cpredmor on Ravelry and only very occasionally on Instagram. I usually post as Knitting in Our Jeans -C on Instagram. And in fact, you can see that what I have on was in pieces on Instagram this past week.
And mine was in pieces when we last podcasted. So
yeah.
What did we finish this week, Mom?
I can't stand up at the same time. All right, and that is called?
The Slide Pullover. Yes,
Okay.
I know. I have to weave in all the ends, and then I can submit it for my mission.
Okay, so I finished a couple things, but notably...
We're going to start with these.
The dress. And to be honest, I'm still holding the ball of yarn because I've got a foot in the back where I am knitting. Yes, it has pockets.
It looks so good.
All the ends are woven in except for what I'm doing with the hem. The hem I am knitting in with a very stretchy bind off. Look at that bind off.
So stretchy.
I could go sledding in this dress.
Only my mother would decide that she's going sledding. This is why when people ask me why I wear my formal coat everywhere, I just look at them like they're crazy.
You know, if you made it, you know how well it's going to stand up. And I will be honest that as I'm putting this thing on, I noticed that where there's a 3-needle bind off, I missed a stitch. Yes, I have pants on under here. And this pin, I actually re-knitted back down. And when this podcast is over, I will attach that. This is in Zauberball, crazy Zauberball. So Schoppel, I'll get this right. Schoppel, crazy Zauberball, and obviously the black and white. I made it a size. Actually, I made it two sizes larger than I was going to. And why? Because the one I tried on at knit was very skin tight. And while I'm okay with that, most people standing around looking at somebody my age usually aren't really happy with things that are that skin tight. And I really wasn't sure how it was all going to work out. Let's be honest. And I'd rather have it a little looser than really tight. I've been expanding out of a lot of things, and obviously my knee is the canary in the coal mine of you are getting a little too heavy here, sister. So yes, I am trying to lose a few pounds. So anyway, I decided, yes, and you would say, if you're trying to lose weight, why don't you make the smaller size? Somehow that didn't compute. I decided...
But also, that's...
Excuse me. See, I just had a hiccup there. That's
aspirational sizing doesn't always work.
I know, it
it's
doesn't.
more frustrating than not.
And this way I can wear it immediately.
Exactly. And as we were just discussing, it is machine washable.
And dryable.
And even if something is superwash, after a while, it will still slightly felt or shrink,
yes,
as commercial stuff does.
Right.
Yes, I mean,
I've done that to commercial stuff.
I mean, my Cora, one sleeve is essentially felting where one sleeve is not. So when it comes out of the washer and dryer, I pull that thing.
Why do you think it's doing that?
I don't know. It's
is that
also
where you carry things?
No, because it's my left arm.
Are you carrying notebooks or something?
No, I usually carry things in my right.
How odd.
It is. Well, and I think it's because that was the arm that had... Well, and if you look at them, that's the second skein of yarn. Like, that was the off-color one. Mm-hmm. The one that I ran around the house going, can you tell that my arms are two different colors?
The answer is no.
To which my father goes, it looks lovely. We've trained him well.
It looks lovely, but that's not a big help.
Yeah, yeah. And I was like, can you tell that this is browner than this? And he goes, no. I was like, good.
That's all right. She just went downstairs and said, Dad, you like my sweater? He goes, that's lovely. Is that one you made? And we've been knitting in the living room It's not like
since yesterday to finish these things.
It's not like we're up in the attic or something. One could see this was what was on her lap. Yes, I had another one of my little stomach episodes, so I was on not really bread and water, but more like
rice and iced tea.
Rice and iced tea. Kristen, no, saltines. Saltines are also really good.
And I didn't go anywhere today because I was worried about being a carrier for your...
this? Is that what
yeah.
you... Oh.
Well, because I was going to go to knit for the knitting for the Tree of Life thing. But then I was like, if Kim goes and Nugget goes, I don't want to be a carrier for whatever you're doing. And
because yesterday I had a small fever.
Yeah, so we don't... And I'm not manifesting anything, so it's fine, but I also...
We just didn't know.
I don't want to possibly infect
yesterday morning, I pretty much stayed in bed instead of working at Rich's office, and then in the and then I had a fever. You know you're in bad shape when you're freezing under an electric blanket. Mm-hmm. By the afternoon, it was down.
Better.
By last night, pretty much the fever was gone. So I think I have one of those 48-hour bugs. And with teaching school, I can catch anything that goes by because they bring it all into the classroom. Yeah. And there was a lot of tension on Friday. Well, first we had snow on Friday.
No, we had snow on Thursday.
Right. I got up at 4:30 on Friday to be able to make it into my classes. So, yes, I have to say we had a delayed opening, supposedly till 9 o'clock. But that really doesn't help in New York City. And the radio and everything was saying that the traffic was going to be just awful. So I had set the alarm to get up at 4:30, which I did, and got up, packed the car. Luckily, the snow had melted overnight, so that the roads were slushy. They were slushy. The snow melted off my car. We had gotten somewhere between 4 and 6 inches, so this was no paltry snowstorm. No. Or snow shower. This was a regular heavy-duty snow, but apparently it did rain in the night on Thursday night, and it pretty much disappeared. So I don't know whether it was something I managed to catch because it was up at ungodly hours on Friday, or whatever.
Very possible.
It's possible. So anyway, then Saturday afternoon I started knitting again on... Not this, because this was fully in pieces and blocking. I was working on my funny-looking sock, and I'll show you that later. The other thing I finished this week is I finished this pair of Flibberted Gibbet socks.
Look at you.
Look at me. Look at me. They have not been blocked, but...
That's okay.
They do fit, so we're happy. So in terms of my newt... The only thing I have left is that ribbon sock.
Which you're working on.
I am working on. Do you want me to show it?
Sure. I have not finished anything else this week, so why don't we move into what we are working on?
So, my dress will be finished this evening with the knitted-in hem, and I will be able to wear it as often as I feel like it, especially since it's machine washable and dryable. Of course, with my luck, it'll stretch in the washer.
But then it'll
shrink back up in the dryer.
Yeah. Usually that's what happens with superwash stuff.
We did not realize when I started this that there were pockets in this dress.
No.
There are pockets in this dress.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I'll actually use pockets.
Maybe to carry around your markers when you're in...
Maybe just to put as emphasis to put my hands in my pocket when I, as one hand as I'm, gesturing off that way. But anyway, it's certainly very comfortable. I might wear it with a turtleneck and long, because I usually wear a long sleeve turtleneck silk shirt under many of my sweaters, and so I probably would end up wearing this that way too. Now that we're heading into the dead of winter. And you're maybe saying, no, we're really not. But when it starts snowing.
When I was able to wear the bulky weight color work sweater that I knit out of Asylum Fibers yarn, when I was able to wear that on Thursday, no. It is freaking winter.
November 15th. It's
November 15th, there was 4 inches of snow at least on the ground when I walked home from the subway. And I was comfortable in my office wearing that dang sweater. Don't tell me winter isn't here. We skipped fall.
We did skip fall. 2.5 weeks ago, it was 75 degrees. Hard to say. So anyway, so probably a turtleneck and a long sleeve under this until it gets to be spring, and then this will be fine. I mean, it's really quite comfortable right here in this room, and this room just isn't known for having good heat. So
no, it never has.
And who was the person that said her stash would look like this if she had it out?
Yesterday, I met up with a few other stiachalongers, and we went over to Jersey to the Needleworker's Delight, which is a lovely little shop. Maybe we'll go sometime in the next time they have a meetup or something. Or that we're ripe for an adventure.
Yes.
So it was a lovely shop. I really enjoyed it, and I met a lot of wonderful women. It is a needlepoint and cross stitch shop.
Not knitting.
Not knitting, but I was knitting because I had finished this sleeve, and I had gotten to about here on this sleeve, and I was like, I have mojo. I am finishing this, and everyone there understood completely. They were like, when you got mojo, you gotta keep going.
Gotta go.
So I did, and they were lovely about it. And I got
some really pretty kits.
Yeah. I sent you the ones that were in your like.
I love the
whimsical women.
Yes,
is what I like to think of them.
Well,
as.
there was one in very light blue, which I almost told you to get, and then there was one that had a red and green dress.
That one, the fairy one.
Keep going. That one. I love that one.
Yeah, the Christmas. I thought you liked that one.
I love that one. Keep going. Keep going. That one.
Ah, yes. Well, if they're
as
there.
Well as the flapper.
Yeah, well, if they're
I'm
there.
I'm not sure about the flapper, but the others are
you
really
can think
pretty.
about them, and, again.
My problem is that.
It's not necessary, but I thought they were of your.
They were of my taste.
Yes.
They certainly were. So she was sending these to me, and I'm going, I can barely lift my head off the pillow.
Yeah. She was like, I don't need these. And I was like, you are ill?
I am ill.
Because normally it'd be like, they're very pretty. Let me think about it.
I know. If I think about it too long, I'll want all three of them. That's the problem. And it's not going to fit my aesthetic. I mean, we don't know where we're moving to.
Right.
So I don't know whether I'm going to have a room like this where I could put them on the wall.
Right.
And that would be fine. I just don't know where I'm going to be, so it doesn't make sense.
We can wait until you find out where you're going to be.
We can wait, and they certainly don't fit on a boat.
No, but I was thinking, because cross stitch does work in small spaces, in terms of doing it. Because I know.
Yes.
Well, and we should be promoting ergonomic knitting and ergonomic crafting, so you don't want to be knitting all the time, because
that's true.
This
hand is getting very tired of the hem, but you've
got to do it.
My crazy sock to finish by November 30th.
You can do it.
This is the craziest little sock.
I kind of love it. I'm so excited to try it.
It does expand sideways because it's knit at an angle.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, now I can't expand it anyways. So, and I'm trying to knit loosely. This is a rainbow. Whoops. There are your ears.
She was looking for her headphones, which she sometimes calls her ears.
So it's these colors, and obviously they would be stripes. And you measure for the heel on the low side, wherever the low side is when you think you've gotten there. So I think on the high side, one more row on the high side will do it to get to the heel. But certainly that means several more rows on the low side. And I get to where you put the heel in. And I'm going to keep going. And who knows, maybe I'll actually finish this thing by November 30th.
I think you will.
I will give you a clue. I'm not doing another newt. I find it too restrictive. And I know some people will be gasping, saying, gee, a newt is really pretty wide open.
For what you want to do,
for what I want to do,
be restrictive.
It doesn't seem to fit right now. I'm not really able to wrap my mind around it. I'm looking around, and I haven't touched any of these whips that are on the floor. And I know that once I finish this, I'm going to dive into a whip. And then I've got designs that are dancing in my head that I want to get to also. So it's going to be a new thing, an old thing, or an old thing, then a new thing. That kind of thing, back and forth. So I think what I'll do is I'll do the classes because I can do the preemie hats that way, and probably a mission because that's not very restrictive at all, and you have 6 weeks to pull it together. And I have been known to pull out a sweater in 6 weeks. So that would work for me. I just don't think and since I've done all 12 owls, I don't need to start on that necessarily. Although I do understand an owl quite well. And it's definitely one thing, not usually several things, unless we're talking about the arithmancy and the multiples. So I've been talking, or at least web talking with people, and they certainly make cogent arguments. I think I want to be without some of those restrictions in the foreseeable future. So we'll see. I may change my mind, but I certainly have that DK or worsted weight that's over there. What is this?
That is like bulky. Oh, that?
This.
That is, I think, worsted.
I think so too. If we can get the other off of it. It's Mad Tosh DK.
DK.
And so I've got a sweater pattern that I want to work up in that. So anyway, that's what I'm babbling on about. That I don't think I'm going to be putting such severe restrictions on myself in the foreseeable future, because there's just so many things I want to pick up and knit. And while it's been really good for completion, I have completed most of the things I've started. Sometimes you just want to get started on something else. So anyway,
really?
Yeah.
Nothing like my sweater that I started earlier, and I know I said I was going to get it done for the end of the month. The ease. I didn't bring it up because it lives in my purse, and I'm still not at the separation of the arms.
Oh.
So.
Those things happen.
But I did knit this in 3 weeks.
Yes.
Because I think I also slightly aggravated my wrist doing that, but no bump. No bump. I've checked. I've been checking.
Oh, that's good. So we need to take pictures so that you can submit it.
Well, I need to weave in some ends and then put it back on, and then we can take some pictures.
Good. So what are you working on so assiduously
over
here?
So now that I've finished this, and by this I mean my slide, I'm grabbing my Tegna, and I am working
away
on the back. So I have about an inch, maybe an inch and a half on the back done. I need to get to 4 3/4 inches, and then I do something. Hopefully I'll have enough yarn. We'll see. I should. As per the pattern, I should have enough yarn, but...
Why? Oh,
because my ball of yarn is... Because I don't have any more than this.
Oh.
And I have to do the front, the back, and, like, baby sleeves. And, like, baby sleeves can just be, like, baby, because, like, they kind of are drop shouldery, so, like, I don't really need to do...
But you had the amount that the pattern said.
Yes. And I made gauge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, we'll figure it out.
Right. We're good at that.
Yep. So, I'm working on this. I think I'm going to try and bang this out.
The Tegna.
The Tegna. Wow, I'm getting very warm in this. Well, I have a tank top on under my shirt dress.
I am not getting very warm, but I am still very comfortable.
Yeah.
I am.
Well, this is also alpaca, so
yes,
which is a bit warmer.
Yes.
But what we did discover with sorry.
Back up.
I'm trying to finish the Tegna by end of month. Now is my new goal.
Why?
Just to get it done.
Ah, okay.
Just to get it done, because I wanna
wear it.
Wear it, exactly. And I can wear it with, because I also have one of those turtleneck long sleeve doodads, and I could wear it with that.
The silk top.
Yeah, the silk top. So I want to get it done so I can wear it, even though it's more of a summer kind of top or a spring kind of top, I think it would still look nice.
I think it would look good as a cover.
Exactly. And maybe if I get like a black midi skirt.
Oh, that'd be pretty.
Yeah.
That would be very pretty.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about getting a black midi for work, like for just having anyways. Because we're moving to site soon at work.
It's going to be cold.
So it's going to be cold, but I also don't have to wear like business casual anymore.
What does this mean? Cowboy boots?
Well, it means, you know, like mostly jeans and sweaters. Which in the wintertime is lovely. So it'll be good. It'll be good. But what we did discover with the slide was what we had expected, was that there's not 200 and something yards in these skeins. No, there isn't. Because I took one of them, and they're all about the same weight in terms of knitting with it and gauge that you get from them, so I'm assuming they're all very similar. 10 grams was 32 yards. So for 227 grams, I had over 700 yards of each color. So now, I have about 400 yards of each color.
And that's
left.
Plenty for a sweater.
So, and then I also have, obviously, the gray left, and I have a black that I was thinking about using in place of the gray. But I like the gray in this. So I was just kind of not really, like, pattern searching, but also pattern searching. And I came across the Alyeska, or Alyeska, whatever. It's a Caitlin Hunter. I'm going to pull it up in just a second.
That is not looking good. I have a hole here.
Oh, no.
Well,
it's
just
that one.
Broke.
So I'm debating this, using this, or using that yarn in this. And I think it could work. I think the teal would be a nice thing to have up at my neck. And it would be different from this, where the purple and the violet and the
purple
magenta are near my face. And I think
Besides,
I would
you
have.
like it. Why?
I do, and I just.
What are you trying to reason through? Just make it.
Yeah, but it's also the like 5th Caitlin Hunter pattern I have currently queued.
Yeah.
I feel it's a little silly.
Why do you have to apologize or excuse the
using of the same colors?
Yes.
I don't know, because then I feel like I might have gotten into a rut, but I don't think I have.
I can't imagine.
Okay.
I've seen the yarn that you buy. There is no rut there.
There's no rut in terms of my color choices?
No.
Okay. And then...
you think about your asylum.
True. However, the funniest part about all this is that I just was thinking of my other Caitlin Hunters, because remember the basket we made the year we started? Was that the year we did the basket class?
Yes, I know the basket.
So, that basket in my apartment has become my Caitlin Hunter prep basket. So, I have, and so currently on my needles by Caitlin Hunter, yes, this is becoming a Caitlin Hunter Appreciation Day, is the Tegna, and then I still have my Zweig, which I also want to take to Thanksgiving to see if I can bang out the rest of the body of that. Yeah. I have to figure out.
I finished mine pretty fast.
Yeah, I just have to. Again, I was trying to bang this out for points.
That in tonight. So.
Yeah. So weave in those ends, take those photos, then head home. But I have the Zweig, I have the Tegna on needles right now. I have yarn set aside for the Tecumseh and the Ninilchik with modifications to the Ninilchik. Which I kind of want to get done, because they could be really nice to wear on site and just in general. And then I have like 2 tentative plans for 2 different Rambling Womans. Women. Well, the pattern is Rambling Woman.
Oh, okay.
So I was trying to figure out how to pluralize the fact that it's a full, proper name.
I got it.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So then this would make, so that's, and then I have my Sunset Highway that I have, but so, and then plus this.
Just sit down and knit,
I'm
woman.
trying! What do you think I'm doing? There's a reason my apartment isn't the tidiest. So then if you add this plus the Kobook hat, which I want to knit, I have a shit ton.
Watch your language.
But it's true.
Yes.
It's almost a metric ton of just Caitlin Hunters that I want to knit. I feel like I might be becoming a Christy Glass in terms of my, like, collection
focus.
of Boylan Knitworks. However, I don't know if I will ever be as fast.
That she had a sale on her website just recently?
An eBay D-stash? Really?
No, but 25% off.
I didn't. Who?
Who said that? I was listening.
Christy?
Yeah. No, Christy said about Boylan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
She's had one, and yeah, she had a 25% off earlier in the month, and that's when I bought the first few, and then I realized I wanted to do the Kobuck hat, and now I'm looking at the Alyeska, or I have to watch that video, the video that Christy did again, to remember how to properly say that sweater. And then figure it out, because right now she's running a buy 3 get 1 free.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's still 25% off.
I know. But the other one was any of them.
Got it.
You could buy them, like, separately.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of wish I had known about this, and then I wouldn't have bought the other few before, and then I would have gotten the, would have waited and been like, oh, because now I don't know if I have 3 or 4, or 4 to put together, but we'll see.
Yes.
Another thing that is currently on my mind in terms of things I potentially want to knit is the, hold on, I'm going to pull it up. It's by Nora Gone, or Gagan, Gone.
I think it's Gone. Nora
Gone. And it's called The Stag Head.
Ooh, sounds delicious.
And it's phenomenal. It's cabled goodness. And I know we do not do ugly sweaters here, but I think this would be the most gorgeous ugly sweater ever. God. Like, I don't know if I could ever wear it, but I love it. And I don't know why. One of the girls in Nerd Girl was like, then you get the little, like, battery pack lights and you put them on the antlers for an ugly sweater. For an ugly sweater, like...
I love these sweaters too much to do that.
No, but you just pop them through.
Got it.
For the party or whatever.
For the party.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, but I've been thinking about it.
I like the background.
But I also love it. Like, it's this whole situation.
I would...
Or you just remove the head and you keep the antlers.
Well, I'm thinking you do that cable all the way up.
Yeah.
To get the ears.
Yeah.
Remove the ears. Mm-hmm. And remove the center horns. And just do the cable and do the horns.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that would be very pretty. I'd wear that.
Yeah. Now that I've opened your eyes to this pattern, you're like, why are you doing this to me, Elizabeth? Yes, I know.
would do that.
It's beautiful.
It looks like it's got a nice breeze to it. It's kind of an A-line swing.
Oh yeah, no, it's gorgeous.
It's very nice, but I would not put an animal's head on my chest.
I don't know why I like it, but I do.
I understand.
When you see something and you're like, that is gorgeous. I don't know why I'm feeling the call to do it, because I don't want to wear something like that.
I got it.
Because I do.
I understand that. I would alter that pattern.
Yeah.
And I would do the cables up. I like what looks like basket weave.
Yeah.
I would not do the center horns. In fact, I might not do any of the horns and just do the thing that goes up. Or I might do the cable from that split and then still the cable up the center.
Yeah.
There's a couple different things. Or you could do the horns, just not the center two. The center two, I think, are a bit much.
So, that leads us into the Pompom, which was edited.
Yes.
And guest edited by Norgon. And
Who's wonderful.
This, and we're taking a class with her.
We are.
At Vogue. I'm so excited. So this cover pattern is her newest pattern, and it is so full of crunchy, cabley goodness.
Oh, I know.
It's called the Nightingale. And now that I've seen this,
it's stunning.
I'm not as drawn to the stag head.
I love that.
But this, I'm like, oh, hi, honey.
This is, and
it's got like slightly puffed sleeves, which I'm not so sure how I feel about, but I kind of love.
Well, you could put other sleeves in.
Right. But the cable goodness is just so,
wonderful.
It's just so crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's absolutely beautiful. So that's the Nightingale by Norgon. And it's just so beautiful. And of course it's in Quince & Co. Lark. In the pattern.
It's gorgeous.
It's so pretty. Look at that cabled goodness. And it's photographed beautifully because it's Pompom. So.
Yes.
And then we have the Sojourner by Zandy Peters, which actually I also love.
That's gorgeous.
I also love it.
Is it brioche?
Yes. Building up the brioche body in 2 low contrast colors.
It's really pretty.
It's absolutely gorgeous, and it is named after Sojourner Truth.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So then we have the Willow Wood, which is by Caitlin Hunter, which I also really like. She has these really interesting bell sleeves on this. The detail on this, I think, is really, really
fascinating.
Adorable. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know how else to say it besides adorable. I think that might be really cute if you wear, like, little cropped sweaters over dresses.
That's a good idea.
You know, if you made this more cropped and had the sleeves be, like, the focal point, that would be really nice. That would
be really pretty.
And then we have Nimue, which is named after the sorceress of Arthurian, or enchantress of Arthurian legend by Cyrilla Rose, which is also beautiful. This cable detail right here is just gorgeous. It's a batwing kind of top. It's really pretty. It's really.
I don't know that I would wear it,
but it looks really
pretty.
Comfortable
It
and
does.
like it looks finished and professional enough for those days when you have to go to work and you have to, wear professional clothes to work, but you don't want to wear clothes to work. Like you want to wear a t-shirt and a sweatshirt and, your exercise pants. But you can't. So maybe you throw on your nicer, comfy pair of jeans and this sweater and maybe, a shirt underneath. This definitely is that vibe to me. Because it's so professional looking, but also so comfortable looking. Then there's the Osmunda.
Yes.
Which I kind of am very intrigued by. I don't necessarily love the sleeves because baubles.
Yeah.
They're not really baubles though. They're like they're
puffies.
They're little poofs.
Yes.
But just look at the bag.
The body
is just phenomenal. So, I mean, and it's like armor-esque. And I kind of love it.
Queen.
Yeah, I kind of love it.
Do it without the
baubles. That's what I was thinking. Do the basket weave instead.
That pattern. Side pattern.
Do the side pattern. I don't know if you can see it, but it's...
Because, since there are no knitting police, other than if you're doing it for a class, you can do these kinds of things. That's a pretty cardigan.
Yeah, and then that was by Boadicea.
What? It's the queen of the Celts.
I know.
Great Britain.
Boadicea.
Okay. I think there's another way to say it, but
there's like 4 ways to say it, because we did a Slosh Sisterhood podcast on it, and
really?
Yeah, and the girl who was leading that discussion was like, so there are like 5 different ways to say this. So this is None Such by Veronique Avery. And it is a lovely swing cardigan with a beautiful cable detail at the at the collar and down kind of where the button band would be. And it's all in seed stitch, it looks like. And it's got this beautiful cable detail down the back. I think that seed stitch would kill me. Mm-hmm. And then we've got Christabel by Andrea Rangel. That's just a beautiful, simple cardigan with a lovely, like, shoulder detail. I don't know if you can see the little ridges. But I think it's for that yarn that you just really want to showcase. Mm-hmm. And if you just need a really simple sweater. And it's just, God knows it's lovely. You do. And then there's these wristers, which...
They're very pretty.
Are very pretty. They're called Gale Wood. They're by Honor Adams. And they're just lovely.
And it's getting to be that time of year.
Yeah. They're out of fingering weight, in case you're curious. But they're just adorable. And then there's the Ataraxia.
Yeah.
Which is named after someone, Caroline Norton's poems.
It looks
Designed this with a mythic shield maiden in mind.
Yes.
It's by Lindia Marvang.
It looks like
And it does. And I like maybe putting that sleeve. Like, I want to put, like, each details from this sweater on, like, plain sweaters to just pop certain things. Because that sleeve is gorgeous.
The sleeve is phenomenal.
And it's phenomenal. It's just phenomenal.
It is.
It's so pretty.
And
then there's Arbor Vitae by Johi Locatelli. You like a Johi.
Yes.
Minus the
fringe.
Minus the fringe. So again, cables at the yoke. You can kind of see better over here.
I'm a cable kid.
I mean, we are. But we knew that's what we were going to get when you get a Noragon. Look at that. So without the tassels, I think that'd be gorgeous.
I do too.
And I think, I'm almost positive you have yarn for it. I mean, look just behind us. Oh, which is what I was saying. I went to this lovely shop over in Jersey, and I met up with Carmen and Deborah. And so, welcome.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
We really appreciate it.
Deborah, we saw your comment on last week's video. And yes, this is because there are no animals in this house.
Right.
And no, I have not shown her what I want to make her because it's going to be a gift. And you will see it here soon.
Okay.
She knows what I'm saying.
I know she does.
And so, hi Carmen, if you happen to stop by as well. So there's some lovely articles in this month's quarters Pompom. I love this illustration for this, by Shelley Can, for Nora. It's just beautiful. And then of course all of the patterns are in the back. Again, Pompom, love it. Knocked it out of the park.
Absolutely.
Absolutely gorgeous. And I love the feel of the Pompom. It's got this lovely, like, matte.
It's just well laid out.
It's
very well laid out.
Yeah.
And then knit came.
And then Interweave knits came. And there are a few things we really liked. There was a Multiverse of Sock Yarns article with Nerd Girl in it. So that's, they swatched up Nerd Girl Swagger and Gallifrey, and they wrote a blurb.
Very nice.
Which is awesome. And they also spoke about Lorna Laces, String Theory, and Yarn Carnival. So, yeah. I just had to plug
Nerd Girl
there. And so this issue, thank you. As I said earlier, words are hard. Is very science focused, which I love. So there are a few articles about STEM and crafting.
And women and children.
Yep. So their first set of patterns is From the Earth to the Cosmos. So they have this beautiful mohair and
is that representing the earthen colors?
It says Saturn Rings Pullover.
Okay.
And so it's lace yarn with a mohair. It's a lace yarn held with a mohair to achieve that. Mm-hmm. Then this is the periodic pullover, which is so sweet, and I think
that's pretty.
I think I could see Mom definitely pulling that off. Then we have oh no. Did you read what it's called though?
No. Ochem. Oh, I love it.
Poor Ochem. So this is the Ochem tunic.
I love it.
Oh, it was P-Chem you didn't like.
No, I didn't like organic chemistry.
So Ochem. So no matter what my mom felt about Ochem in school, she likes the tunic. That was the joke I was trying to make about 2 minutes ago.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yes, I was a chemistry major.
Until
I got to organic chemistry, and that's where my dyslexia put the kibosh on my chemistry future. I can't see the difference between right-handed and left-handed molecules, so just not for me.
Oh, well.
But I love the sweater. Yes.
It's a beautiful sweater. So then this is the Rhizome pullover.
Very pretty.
And I love this. I don't know if I would do it in colors that close to each other.
No, I would want a larger division.
I am very intrigued by it.
I think the maroon and a dusty rose would be so pretty.
Yes.
So like this
and a maroon
and like this.
Yeah, that would be beautiful.
Would be gorgeous.
Yeah.
Or even
that. That would be pretty too.
That would be very pretty.
Yeah.
Or that would be pretty.
That would be pretty too.
I just don't like it in the turquoise
the gray
and
teal.
Yeah. That would be pretty.
Yeah. So then
just ask us. We've got some any color combination going on here.
Oh yeah. And then we've got the Asteroid B612 scarf, which is a lovely textured scarf. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's a lovely textured scarf.
What size yarn is that?
DK.
I thought we have alpaca in the box for that.
Okay.
Maybe we'll dye some up. Maybe that's what Ben will get for Christmas.
Or you could go from the list of shows that Ben and I are going to put together.
I could. That will save my hands.
Yes.
Okay.
Or you could get the tea kettle for me, and we can figure out what the thing is.
Did you figure out the tea kettle?
No, I have to text her. I'll text him right now.
In our family, we have to make up our Christmas list by Thanksgiving, and I realized this morning that I am shorting out one of the circuits in the kitchen with my hot pot. So I have to get a new hot water kettle. And my brother had texted me going, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I'm thinking one of those tea kettles, those electric tea kettles would be perfect. And apparently Ben has done some extensive research on this. So we're going to be asking him to give us the benefit of that research. And that's what I want for my brother to get me for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think we're going to ask for different tickets to different shows. Or the funds
donations
to do that.
Too.
So that
this is gorgeous too.
This is so pretty. This is the Atomic Pullover. And it's got, again, beautiful cables down the front. If you haven't noticed, we love our cables.
We do.
So
I thought when we learn brioche, we're going to love brioche, too.
So this is called the Star Cradle Wrap. And it's a lot, but I love it. And it's so pretty.
I have to say it's not sending me.
I think it'd be lovely for like a blanket. Not so much for a shawl. Like make it as like a blanket for someone.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could see that.
And then you love this, which is the crystal pullover.
I do love this.
Which has that beautiful yoke detail up at the top.
I'm hating this sock.
I can tell. But you're moving along with it.
I'm moving along, and if I can get them finished by November, at the end of November, I will post the picture, and then I will rip them out. Because I see no reason to have socks in the drawer
that you're not going to wear?
That I'm not going to wear. Whereas you can see from the label that they make a very pretty sock.
They do.
Yes. This sock.
Wait until you get past the green.
It's just a little crazy. No, it's the pattern. Depending on where the pattern breaks, you also end up with holes. Like peekaboo holes. I'll show you guys. little peekaboo holes. And this is the way, because you're doing short rows. You see these holes? I have 3 holes right there because of the way the green and the yellow met. And they're not anyplace else. So it just depends. And this is one of the problems with the new. What can I say?
Yep.
Or I could just fail it and give up right now.
It's up to you.
I have to think about it. I hate to fail things.
I know.
I hate it.
So then there's the next set from the magazine is the Lab of Curiosities. So the first one is the Sediment Pullover, which I love. And I think you could get, again, either like this, which I think is like 4 different colors. Probably. And you do about 2 or 3 rows of each. It's just, it's so beautiful. And you can't tell, I don't know, in the picture so much on the screen. But there's a beautiful, like, you do a stockinette and then you do a garter ridge. And then stockinette and garter ridge. And it's just, it's a beautiful way to break up a very monotonous striping pattern. And Mom and I were talking about that possibly you could do this with a advent calendar.
A big advent calendar.
So, let me actually see. So it calls for, yeah, so it's $1.95 for 50 grams. So, about 400 yards to 100 grams. So, yeah, fingering weight.
How much? And does it call for?
It calls for 2 of 5 colors. So 10 balls. So
you need 2 advent calendars.
Okay.
See, and here's the beginning of another big hole.
I'm sorry.
I'm not sure why. I think I'm scrapping this.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I mean, I'd love to. I have to think about this.
Yeah.
I may just finish the sock, the 2 socks, turn them in, and then rip them out. And I've done it before. I ripped up the dress. Mm-hmm. But, I mean,
yeah.
And I moved around, so it's not like it's not moving.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a big hole.
Mm-hmm. So then there's the Celia cardigan, which is also beautiful. And it's got some, like, lace detail in it. And then I love this, which is the Argy Humoralis.
Argy Humoralis? I don't know what that is.
Which is based on the patterning of the Poison Ivy Sawfly.
Oh my god.
Okay. So I think it's really pretty.
And she likes the color combination.
I do. I like purple and orange together. I like purple and yellow together. So then we have the DNA Pullover.
I love this.
Which is gorgeous and phenomenal and just cabley goodness. And then we have the Diania Muscipula cardigan.
It's gorgeous. It looks to me like an Art Deco.
Yeah. So that's beautiful. Sorry.
Yep.
And then we have the stem cardigan, which is
another
very
gorgeous.
ink-like, but gorgeous nonetheless. Then we've got the laboratory pullover, which is a pretty simple texture pattern men's pullover. And then we both love the chrysalis pullover. It's bulky weight, and it just looks so comfy.
It does.
It looks phenomenal. And then there's the Solidago hat and cowl set. I think we've come to the end of the magazine. But yeah, so
lots of gorgeous knitting, either for yourself or as gifts.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just stunning. Just absolutely stunning.
Yeah. So I had been thinking also for the alpaca to do maybe that.
That's nice.
Yeah, but I think I like doing the Caitlin Hunter better. I had been thinking about it.
I can see that.
We will see. So, I also then have some acquisitions this week.
Okay, let's see them.
So, a friend of ours was doing a D-stash. Again. So I got some yarn as I try and reach for it out of my bag.
All right, look at this hole that is now appearing.
Okay, then maybe take a pause and reevaluate. Oh, there are my mitts. That's good to know. So...
It's not attaching itself.
Anywhere.
I wouldn't mind. Actually, what I may do is I may just keep going like this and let the ribbons and then just sew the ribbon together. That's crazy.
Maybe, right, did you miss an instruction?
I may. Well, let's take it out because it's the same 2 rows over and over again.
So, I picked up a Jinx yarn in Targi DK in the colorway Fog, just for a good gray DK weight. And it's Targi, so it's like super crunchy.
Oh, nice.
I know. And then I picked up another skein of Bounce and Stomp Have You Brought Me Little Cakes, which is based on the Magicians, because someone I know is having a little girl.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, one of Becky's friends. Mm-hmm. And so I kind of want to knit a little small child outfit. They live in New Orleans, so I think this will be a perfect, like, colorway for them.
It's a perfect colorway anywhere.
I know, but I think I tend not to knit in gender normative colors for small children. So
right.
That was more gender normative than usual.
I see.
So then I have a skein of Desert Vista Dye Works on Zien, which is the sparkle pretty sock, and it's the colorway Baby Beluga, and it is self-striping.
That is very pretty.
So, yeah. And then I got a few other self-stripings. Of course, Tonks by...
Oh, that's pretty. Was it part of the D-stash?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So this is Tonks by Nomadic, which, yes, I already have. So now I might just make myself knee socks.
What a good idea.
Tonks and knee socks. And then we don't know exactly which color this is, but it's so pretty. And it's also by Nomadic. But as you can see, the little tag came off, so we don't know what colorway it is, and I can't find it online right now. And then this is the Yarn Jar BB8.
Oh, nice.
So I think that'll be nice socks. And then this is Mint Rain hand-dyed yarns, and it is Self-Striping House Unity. So it is all the house colors. And I think I want to make, and it's a worsted weight, so I think I'm going to make some worsted weight, like, socks out of it, because...
Why not?
Why not? And also, because it'll be glorious. I think I want to do the larger weight pattern for the vanillas, the new black, and put, because actually I was listening to the Knitmore Girls, and Gigi was saying so that she doesn't interrupt her striping pattern, she's going to put a coordinating color for the bottom of the heel where the short rows are. And I was like, that is brilliant.
That's a good idea.
So I'm probably going to do that. And I'm also thinking I might pick up a gray or a white mohair to hold with it for strength around the heel and the toes. And then...
Wow. Or you could do an afterthought heel.
I could, but we'll see.
That would keep the colors together.
Yeah. And then, as I said yesterday, or that I went yesterday to Needleworker's Delight, I picked up some slightly tea-stained kind of linen in a 36 count that I think I'm going to do a really interesting little kind of desk piece for some friends on. And then I got a pattern and the fixings for a piece that I want to make for Mom, as well as probably for myself, and then depending on how much supplies are left, maybe share it around with some friends, because it's probably going to be something that people are going to be like, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. Other than that, I think... Oh, and then I've got my Tree of Life donation stuff in here, which is what I think I'm going to be trying to bang out while we're away, or while I'm at home, maybe tomorrow and Tuesday, since those have to be sent out like next week or the week after Thanksgiving. So I need to find out from Cheryl when I need to get my squares to her, and then from our friends.
Use? Okay.
And if you want to make one while we're away, too, if you have
I get
time,
these
or
socks done.
Right, if you have time, if yada yada.
Yes.
Because I have enough. And then find out from our friends if we're just sending individual ones or if we're sending a blanket. And then, yeah, I think that's about it. What gauge do you like best out of these three?
What are we making?
Something for you.
Oh.
Something you've asked for a while.
Either the bottom or the middle.
Okay.
This is too loose.
Okay.
I think I like the bottom.
All right. I'll see. It depends on what it is versus what is recommended by the pattern. Okay. Cool. Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know. So, yeah. But I'm thinking... So...
Yes.
What you all probably have figured out by the title, and what we just figured out today, is that this is our 99th episode. So we don't know exactly what we're going to do for 100, but we have an idea, and we're going to see if we can make it happen.
We do. We have a couple ideas.
Yeah. So we're going to see if we can make them happen.
Cool. I just made a mistake.
Oh.
All right, we're going to put this down because obviously we're having problems.
Obviously.
We're having some problems here.
Having some problems?
Scotty, we have some problems.
So yeah, I think we're doing good. I don't think we have any... Are we doing any hand knit gifts this year that we need to start thinking about?
I had something from Mom keeps flitting through my mind.
Okay.
Oh, the thrum mittens.
Ah, yes, because she did say she wanted a pair, or that they were lovely.
I'm not sure what she said, but they might be helpful because she gets cold.
Yeah.
So yes, thrum mittens. I need to figure out
where your fluff is. Oh no, we know where your fluff is.
I'm trying to figure out maybe that blue up there.
Yeah, maybe
would work because I made her the scarflet last year, I think, in that. So that may work pretty well. So not that she's going to wear it. She's like her mother.
Yeah.
You buy her things and they just sit.
Yeah.
Or you make her things and they just sit. They're so pretty.
I have a Fabergé I made her that I know she's never worn, but we picked out the colors together so that it would go with her winter coat.
Yeah.
Not that I'm bitter or anything.
It just... So I can
Love
make
her dearly.
I can make them, or I can just ask her what she wants.
Yeah.
And say, oh, I don't want anything.
Which is going to be the hardest thing, because now we can't even say, oh, well, it's for you and Poppy.
Right. So,
ugh. Oh, well.
I don't know.
We will figure it out this week.
Yeah. I'll have to look up the mittens that I had made before.
Mm-hmm.
That may be the easiest.
Yeah.
Yes. Between the hem and this dopey sock.
I think you can do it.
I think I can. So we'll see. I'll finish the hem tonight.
Yep. And, yeah. And
anything else?
We will see you next week.
Have a very nice Thanksgiving for those of you who are in the U.S. I think most of our viewers are in the U.S.
Yes.
So have a really nice Thanksgiving. We are going to be driving down to Virginia. Mm-hmm. And I've already been emailing back and forth with my brother or messaging back and forth with my brother. So we'll be at his house on Wednesday and probably Thursday too. So
it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be great. So we'll see you. Let's weave in those ends.
Yes, we have to weave in those ends so we can submit these things.
That's right. We'll see you next week.
All right. Bye y'all.